Hey folks, Rob here, and if you've seen my video yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I got the new, for my birthday, the wife got me the Canik Tp9 Elite SC. This was a used gun, as was the Beretta when I got it. This was the only new gun that's on the table that I bought, but these were both used. So anyway, I thought these guns are pretty much in the same category. They are pretty similar in size and capacity. So there we have our three guns lined up side by side, and you can see that there is virtually no difference in the heights of the finger extension on the Beretta, or on the Canik, makes it just a little taller, and then you have your G3xl with the finger extension. Beretta has a flat base plate, so it is just a tad shorter. But as far as grip sizes go, they're all pretty much the same. Now, without magazines, there might be a little more difference. Let's take our mags out and look at that. But you ain't gonna carry a gun without a mag, so that's really makes no significant difference. But look at that. They are virtually identical in height. I mean, literally, you could not tell them apart. So as far as height and weight, or height, there's very little difference, and in length wise, there's very little difference. If you look at the length of the Beretta and the APX, if you line up the backs of the slides as best you can, very little difference in the lengths, as well as the Canik. And the APX and the Canik are just about probably the shortest barrel is the Canik. Now, these guns are very similar. I'm going to try to get a pull weight on each of their triggers. The Canik has an excellent trigger. The APX has an excellent trigger. Believe it or not, the Taurus G3xl has an excellent trigger. And guys, I do believe that this is probably the best Taurus handgun they're making right there today. I mean, the G3xl, you got a 4-inch barrel, you got a full-length slide with this compact grip. I had the GX4, didn't like it, I kept this one, and I got my G2C or G2S that I have and that I carry. But let's take a look. All these guns are unloaded because I have had them all apart, and we've been measuring on them. I took my calipers and done some measuring. So let's take a look at our APX. And on our APX, we're getting 4.75. And we'll do one more just to make sure we're consistent. And 4.5. So pretty good consistency on our Beretta. So about a 4.5 pound trigger. It is a nice light trigger. Got a little bit of take up there. You hit that wall and got a little bit of movement and she breaks. This Beretta has a very nice trigger. Resets right there. Very audible and tactile. You can feel it. You can hear it. Our Canik unloaded as well. I haven't shot this gun yet, so as far as trigger, let's see what we get for a trigger pull. Now this is probably going to have the lightest of triggers because it just feels the lightest. 3.3 pounds. Let's do one more. 2.14. Let's try that one more time. I rushed that one through a little bit. Although this does have a light trigger. 3.5. So probably about a 3.5 pound trigger, somewhere in that vicinity. It is you got a little more take up on this one. get back to that wall, it snaps. Reset on it is right there. I mean, this has a very short reset. For a carry gun, this has a very light trigger, so you definitely want to carry this in something with that trigger covered at all times. And then we have our G3xl. Now the G3xl differs in that it is basically a double single action. You can fire it with the trigger, so basically when it's cocked, when it cycles or you cock it, you go into a single action mode. So you got the take up and you get to that wall and it breaks. And if something happens, you need a second strike, this operates two ways. When you cock it, the action of the slide cocks the striker, and therefore the single action pull. If it doesn't go, the action of the trigger actually cocks the striker, pulls the striker back, and releases it. So it is a true, what I would call a double action, single action. Now, let's see what we get for it in single action mode, because that's probably, you're going to carry it with a round in the chamber, and it, you know, it's ready to go. And we get 313. This has a very nice trigger, guys. This Taurus gun right here impresses the heck out of me. So 312. So, you know, just a little, about you know, 3 3/4 pounds trigger. So the Canik and the are pretty similar. All of these have great triggers, guys. None of them had a bad trigger. So with that being said, I've been measuring on them some, and we're going to look at some aspects of them here. When you get to weight, okay, when it comes to weight, the Canik and the Taurus, and this is with their smallest capacity magazine. Well, I guess you can get 10 rounds in both these magazines. You can get a 10-round edition, but they typically come, the Taurus having the greatest capacity at 13. No, I think it's 12. Let's see. Yes, 12 and 1 and 12 and 1. And they both weigh exactly 24.3 ounces or 691 grams for these. And then you have your APX, which comes in at 263 or 26.3 ounces. So you got what, 2 ounces? The APX is 2 ounces heavier than both of these. This one holds 13 rounds though, so you get the advantage of a 13-round magazine. Now each one of these share the luxury of taking their big brother's magazine. So you can put the Centurion, which is a 15-round in this, and or the full size, which is 17-round. This one actually comes with a 12 and a 15 round, so this is the only one that came with a higher capacity magazine. And then your G3xl here will take G3 mags or G2C. Any of those extended magazines will work. So you have the capacity of getting higher capacity magazines, is what I'm saying. Okay, when it comes to barrel length, our winner is the Taurus. Now I measured these barrels. I looked online to see what their barrel length was, and it gave conflicting results from what I got with my calipers. Of course, I measured from the edge of the hood on the edge to I didn't count the loaded chamber indicators on them, so I don't know if that's where the difference is, where the locking cut is, which would probably be actually where the breech face is. But overall, the Taurus has a 3.84-inch barrel, and both the Beretta has a 3.5, and this is a 3.4. So all of them, you know, 3.5 here, and you actually get a 4-inch barrel there with really not much more length. If you line up your barrels, you can see that you get that extra barrel length, but if you put them slide to slide, the overall length is not really that much difference. So you gain a little bit of barrel length and velocity with the G3xl. Overall length, you got the Canik takes the lead on that at 6.7, and then you have the Beretta at 6.9, and then you have the G3xl at 7.2. And I'm sure these are measured from the heel of the frame all the way to here, or where they measure from is a little bit subjective, I would say. So, and the height, you have the Canik again being the shortest with 4.6, and I'm assuming this is with their smallest mags. 4.6 height, the Beretta 4.8, and the G3xl 5.1. Now these are manufactured dimensions, and the width, you got 1.4 on the Canik. You got 1.3, so the Beretta is actually a little thinner, and I'm sure on the Canik they're probably measuring these paddles in with it too. You have 1.2 for the G3xl. Now let's break them down by price. Now I can find this, and I can find this online. This one is a first gen. It's been discontinued, but you can get the subcompact in this as well. And so in the A1, the second generation of the Beretta APX. So what I'm finding is this one is running about 400 plus or minus, depending on your area where you get it at. The Gen 2 of the APX is about the same. It's running in the $400 range. Some of the Berettas right now, the APX line, I don't know if it's everyone in the line, but a lot of them have a rebate going on. So it could be possible to receive $100 off of this, which would put it down closer to the $300 mark. Now, I don't know exactly if that rebate pertains to all the models, but if it does, you're going to save $100. And the best value of them all is I'm finding this one right here for less than I paid for it. And I'm finding these for about $237 plus or minus. And, at $237, this is a steal. Of course, there's a lot of features some of these others have that you don't. If you buy the new generation APXs, they're going to come cut with the optics cut. The SC is already cut, and this takes RMS optics, so takes the small footprint optics. All these come with 2 mags. The Beretta, like I said, the newer version is going to come with an optic cut, kind of an upgraded cosmetics. They don't have these anymore, so actually the new Berettas look pretty nice. I like these, and and then your Beretta your Taurus GX3 is just kind of a matte black. It's it's a budget gun, but these are excellent guns. If any one of these, I would feel completely, well, I haven't shot this one yet. Let's put a caveat on that. If this one proves to be as reliable as these two, then any of these would be as good to carry. Now, it just depends on, budget and what your intended purposes is. The Canik has a 2-slot pick rail. The Beretta also has a 2-slot pick rail, and the Taurus has 1 slot. So any of these you could put a weapon light on, use it for home defense. All of them, yeah, they're carryable size. I mean, they're all, if you're going to be honest, about the size of a Glock 19, roughly. So, they're pretty close, all of them. So I just thought we'd come out here and look at 3 different handguns, and from, you got your Turkish Canik, you got your Beretta, I think this one was made in Italy. Yes, these are made in Italy. I don't know about the newer ones, but you got a, and then you got a Bainbridge, Georgia. These made in Brazil. So you got your Brazilian Taurus, your Italian Beretta, and your Turkish Canik. All of them have great reputations. I've had several Caniks, and I know they're awesome guns. They got some of the best triggers in the industry going out there right now. You do have interchangeable back straps on the Canik. You have interchangeable grip panels, which changes not only the side but the back as well on the APX. The Taurus, it has no interchangeability there, so you kind of get what you get, but these two do. The APX is a modular gun, so you could remove this frame and put a different color. If you've seen my APX full size, it actually came as a black gun, and I bought the FDE frame kit and installed on it. So it was a black gun, and it has been changed over, and that's not too hard to do with the Berettas. So anyway, guys, some great guns. It'd be hard to choose between them. I'm going to shoot the APX quick as I can, and then at one point, maybe this week or next or whenever I get a chance, we're going to shoot all three of these and just see how they compare to each other as far as shooting and actual range time. So anyway, guys, I appreciate the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gave you some options there. Awesome gun. Like I said, these are available in the new generation, and this is an awesome gun. I actually found a Centurion, the older model Centurion, online that I've been trying to contact the person about. So if I could pick it up, I'd have the compact, the Centurion, and the full size. So I'd have a whole set of APXs if I can get a hold of that one. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. This gun is a steal. So if you find this at a good price, pick this gun up, because this gun is awesome. Like I said, of all the Tauruses I've ever owned, I do believe this is my favorite gun. It's got a nice sight radius. It's just a good gun, and at that price, you're in the sky high point range. So, and I have been seeing these at one of the companies I buy from quite often for $240, $237 to be exactly, $236.99. So anyway, appreciate it. And YouTube, I am not trying to sell guns. I'm just showing people what their money will buy in a given price range. I do not sell guns. I do not sell ammunition. All of these were bought by me. I'm strictly passing on the information to people who might have limited funds and not know, what the differences in sizes and dimensions and cost and weights and all that is. So, guys, take care. Have a great weekend, or the rest of it. And until we see you on the next video, I appreciate you.